All right, part 5, I think, of the My Stick Wild Nordic Ron Waters of the Calculating the Beast. And this is meant to sound crazy, so you do not listen, okay? But if you've been following along, it should make perfect sense. Finally, which is now lit. Finally lit.
Spring unlocks the water.
Happy pins. Spring unlocks. That's where you see COVID unlocking, okay? So in the other video, I talked about how we have the southern and northern hemisphere, and when one goes into spring, the other's fall. The other one's winter, the other one's summer, okay? So this is where we have the winter overlay being connected now for that middle of the 70 weeks and Revelation 22 and those things all connecting together, okay? So we have now the spring down in the southern hemisphere breaking open as we have the fall breaking open in the northern hemisphere, all right? So we can start to see a divide on the nation, in a matter of speaking, with flow wind waters that flow in G. And that's the 6th low also for the 6 is the X for the 2-4, and that's the X factor down in Elonville, the Lone Star State, the Elon Star State. And that lawn has been sprouting since the dawn. Shined his light, and he went behind the dark sun Biden, in a matter of speaking, for that eclipse, and now he's peeking out and that heat's coming, but we're starting to see that that grass start to shine in the sun's light, and that's where you see the XAP coming, because Trump created the image in his image of the truth. So the Lord Adon, which means the Lord, we can worship him in truth, and it's those types of things, because what he's doing is he's setting up the old and he's taking out the new, all right? And he's doing that, and he's going to cool the beast into an area to where they can live out their everlasting days, all right? Their Eve or lasting, all right? They can either take that tree of knowledge of good and evil and go into the new heaven and earth, or they can go and be Nakied, and that's where the China comes in and takes over your mind, body, and soul. Timber. Now notice the 647 there, that's 47 Kamala, Agenda 47 for the presidency stuff or whatever, the next president and such, the L even, and you have 46 for Biden on the back side for Trump coming back, okay? So, let's continue. Through, out. It's through, it's out. We gotta continue. That's why they're moving up stuff. It's the up game.
Lakes defrost.
The day frost, all right? The defrost street. That's the day Santus, the day Satan, the day Santa for your 24, 25 Christmas rapture, Xmas. All right? And that frost street is for the O show for Oprah probably, or we could maybe get something even crazy like Hoda. But that would be on the real crazy side, or maybe Whoopi, or Meghan and Harry. Meghan Markle is a secret weapon, is from what I'm seeing. Okay, she is. They're working that for a reason. So Michelle Obama and Whoopi Goldberg and Queen Latifah, those are, what's that, Carrie Lake chick? I think she's that lady. anyways, these are the best ones for the that Fro show, and we got some other ones lining up. AOC. Either way, I know she's not a Fro, y'all, but you gotta think a little bit outside the box. And that's the Dave Fro Street Tan D. All right.
And streams flow again.
You can break things down audio, and you can break down things with the words. Okay, so there's two mirrors going on. You finally start to see the co-lore. All right, that's that COVID lore again. What's going on now? The masks are breaking out. COVID's back. One flew over the Coco's nest. You get that chocolate? Yeah, I think you did. That hawk lake. That hawk is that ham that's being cooked up.
The islands of the
One on the backside. The islands. That's the AI lands. All right. AI is pronounced I. That's that one eye worship that the stars do and such. All right. And that's the ark. The chi for China. And that chi is for that Tai Chi. All right. The Ti Chi. And the Pila. The Pella. The Go. The Og. The Ogden. Gog and Magog war. The Armageddon and the Armageddon. Okay.
can provide.
And the chip is also tied to the dictator. Okay, the dictator is tied to the potato. And the potato is tied to the Idaho. And that's the ID on the flip side. Okay, where Idaho's flipped upside down. And then also the chip is also tied to the China and the Taiwan. The Taiwan is tied to the border for the marriage of Wana. And the marriage of Wana is tied to the tree of life with the river of two sides and the Bud Light that's being lit up now and those things, because they can play cannabis one of two ways, that it's either spreading or that it can heal. Okay, and they might do both, but or they might do one first and then do the other one later, to where, because they like to do the flip, to where you like something one day and then you hate it the next day, or you hate it one day and then you like it the next day. All right, so but this is coming into those tests to see where the herd is, to where they can be maneuvered. And right now the AI is doing these tests, in a matter of speaking, and the kings are reading live stuff to know what to do and where to play and whatever else. Okay, so we'll continue. And then you got that ID on the flip side, and you got it here. Okay, the VID, the 22. So that Idaho event, or the potato event, that Russian TN for that hole-in-one, in a matter of speaking. Either way, we should see that 22 ID event. Okay, and then the E is the fifth letter. That's the 5, the fit T in one way, but that 5 is the Phi 22-5, which connects us from the 22 to the 25. All right.
Regular boats.
Where's the fish? Where's the fish? Pulling in. Notice how it's one boat. One boat out there. Pulling into the cove.
And once again, sailors must depend on lighthouses to warn them of low-lying rock.
Lighthouses to war. They warn them of the hell coming. The day pins with the dawn. He's lying. Musk, DeSantis, Don, Texas, South. It's lit. To the him. What's the him? The shim. The shim. Hello, I'm a shem. It's a she, him. Him, she. I eat himchi. No, kimchi. I forgot. Kimchi? Kim Jong-un or Kim Kardashian? $7.46. You got $7.47. That's Biden's number. You got the boat flying in to the cove, to the big waters. Starting to get that sign flashing. Can't make it out just yet. Oh, it's not a sign. It's a house. It's a house that we've been stacking up on that balance. And it's going to be knocked out of view in before too long. And we got this island, this big island right here, staring at the boat. It's a single island again. You got other houses over here looking. They're watching too. They can kind of see what's coming, but it hasn't passed them yet.
Take over from hovercraft.
The rocks, the ferries, take over from. That's the 6 ROM for your computer. And Roche means rock. And the fur rise, the 6 ear rise. It's kind of on the mixed up side, but it's starting to take hold. They pull up to the dock. All right, and you got the P-pull, the Pale pull, the Palestine. It's loading up onto that green. That green is for that live golf course, that par, that Putin, that Putin. And China's going to be playing. He showed up with his Xi Pings, or however you say it, Xi Ping. His name's Xi, or that's how they pronounce it. So he's one of those Xi, part of that Moses to divide that red wave. Okay? And he's coming, and he's playing for a woman. That Xi Ping. Xi Ping. 85, 95, 45 on the times. What time is it? Time for the 45. Connecting the 4 kings.
And the archipelago becomes the perfect.
That's why you have the mine nuts. The mine nuts for the Don's nuts for that Indian bread that's been brewing up. And go back and listen. I understand some of this stuff won't make sense, folks. And now you got with this boat, and now you can see another boat. Because we see the one lining up with Trump's trial and those types of things, the Israel war, and we see Biden coming in. At the same time, we see COVID and the arrows and all that stuff, but we see the Biden meeting up with China and that toilet paper, that PayPar. That toilet can be tied to your money being taken in a way, and basically your dollars become ass paper, basically. And then you have the time of massive inflation, or you have it to where Biden starts mucking shit up to where this China thing would take place between him and a woman over the next few years to set up that big physical bomb per se. But up until then, you could have them do something to where the toilet paper comes to where they don't have any toys next year. At the same time, they have the crapture, and basically you don't want to wrap it. You're not sure if you want to give it. It's just shit in a box that you can give because you had to take out whatever pet rock you're going to give them for that Christmas because there's no toys next year and that kind of stuff. And this is where the people who worship Baal and Christmas and that Satan holiday and all this other shit, that tree of life and all this stuff that gives them their happiness, they're going to break and flip out. Okay? So we're going to end it here, and we'll maybe get into the fish on the next one.